Hello. Now I can't hear myself. There we are. Nobody in quite yet, but hello. Hope we're all having a wonderful evening. Sounds like we have the same playlist as I did last night. I do like that song I play on the beginning. Starting stream. Cool song. So tonight, I mean, I don't ever really follow my titles, but tonight I'm going to keep building. I'm going to try to stay on task, keep building houses. The chat is disabled. I gotta have my YouTube chat. Come on, YouTube. Just have to pull out my YouTube chat. The multi-stream chat's alright. A notification. I think this will make a great short or two, yeah? Okay. Maybe I will pull up the multi-chat. Multi-chat. We have the Twitch and the YouTube going. So last night I ended making a hotel at the request of a viewer. To go with their pub. We don't need that one. But I need to get more people around these businesses because it's not working. When let me close this real quick. So we'll see how good this multi-chat is. I did something the other day with the multi-chat and it wasn't working quite as well as I would have liked. I think I was trying to reply to somebody. So it's under testing. I'll shrink my head. Turn off this. Oh, and we're all set now. Okay, so I think maybe the buses. And I can't remember if I sent a bus line. Okay, there is a bus line, but it goes the opposite direction. So we're gonna expand that. And I'm definitely we're gonna go to this instead. I think I put, no, I didn't put another bus stop. But this'll, I think this is just gonna run down to here. Wait, no, down to here. And these people will need... Actually, that was part of the plan. It was to put some type of a transit station or something right here. And I let me look at what I did over here, because I liked how I set this guy up. Okay, the reason that was a little bit easier is because there was an anchor, which was this elevated rail. So just put in like a little park and ride type thing. We'll do something, well, I guess they can use the parking here too.
Hello there.
Ace. What's up, Ace? How you doing? Hey. If it doesn't fix itself. There, I dropped the vertical canvas, so we'll see. If it doesn't fix itself, I'm just gonna reboot. Oh, I see what it was. That may have fixed it. Thanks so. That may have fixed it, but I had Discord open, and Discord is a hell of a thing. Okay, it looks like it's resolved. Does it look okay now? I hate when that happens. Drive me crazy. Oh, maybe I should turn it down a little bit too. That's the worst. Yeah, it was the vertical canvas. We'll see. That's okay if it just is the... if it's just the 1080. But Discord, man, Discord is a beast. And it'll affect everything. Even when I turn off the hardware rendering or whatever the hell it is, it still is a... it's a drain for sure. Yeah, I do. But I think also what it is having the game speed turned up to where it was. This is just a heavy duty game as well, so there's several factors, unfortunately. That's why I got this mod to reduce the game speed, so I can turn it way down instead of just using the defaults. It's annoying, but you know. But thanks for letting me know. I wouldn't have seen that. I think that actually might be why I'm having issues. Because the graphic card can handle it, but my CPU with this game is overloaded. This game is very CPU resource intensive, whereas a lot of games aren't. This game will use all your cores, and I only have 6. So that's why I've been talking about upgrading, because, you know, I want to be able to use stuff. Yeah. You know, I probably should just have... It really doesn't matter either way. If I turn hardware acceleration off, I have issues. If I turn it on, I have issues. So, like, really what I've been doing is making sure to get as many cycles as I can freed up for this game. So there's several things that I've turned off just so it could run. So what I want to do is get the 16 core processor. I have a 5600X, a Ryzen 5 5600X, so it's a good CPU. It's just for this game, you know, like anything else, it's fine. Really, anything else is fine. But this, even if I could have a 16 core, I could have a 32 core, you know, those will obviously run better, but this game will use it. Like it'll use whatever you throw at it. So, you know, it wants to use everything that I can give it. So I've gone in, and there's a few different settings. You know, I could do this. I could do this and see if it's any better and just fiddle around, but no, that's not good. That actually increased my CPU usage. So I mean, it's hanging on. The game can run. It's just, you know, it could be better. So eventually. A 7800 X3D, and the 7800 X3D is that an 8 or a 12? Because what I want to do is I want to get as many cores as I can. Adding the two, you know, moving up to it. Yes, I've heard that the 7800 X3D is good. It's also a matter of getting my hands on it. But I can't remember whether or not that was an 8 core. What I've read is a 12 core is a really good spot. You know, that gives good performance for this game. It's a sweet spot, but I want to go above 8. Yeah. Yeah, no, and people have, son of a bitch, people have suggested that processor. Yeah. Oh, maybe I just connect it to this and avoid too many intersections in a row. I feel like that's taking up too much space now, though. That would probably be a good value. I've also been looking at they're a little bit older, but there's and this is only because I couldn't find 3Ds. A new 3Ds. But, and the 9800 is a 12 core, right? The one that you have. But I've been looking at a 5950X and a 5900X, and those are both 16 core. But it's also the value you get out of it. Yeah, I love AMD. I've been using AMD since since my first computer. I've gone through several generations of them over the years. Going back to 2002, I think. It's 8 core. Ah. Oops. If it wasn't for this game, I would be way more willing to go with an 8-core. I really would. I did it again. Up to 5.2. And honestly, you know, the speed is important. Also the cache. Yeah. Well, I had an FX before. I don't remember what chip it was, but I have an FX. And then they came out with Ryzen. I got a Ryzen 7 1700, and that blew my mind. Like, that was amazing, and that solidified it for me. I was going to buy Ryzen processors after that, and I did. If I would have had a few more bucks, I would have gone beyond the 5600X, but it is a fantastic, I mean, like I said, this in a lot of ways, this processor is over what I need, you know? Like in any other game. Oops. Any other game, and it's fine. There aren't many games where you want to focus on the multi-core performance. But these simulation games are ruthless. I mean, people were throwing huge chips at this game. Like I said, 32 core chips. There's some guy had a dual Xeon setup that he was throwing it, and this game was utilizing every single core. It was amazing. It really is. Because, I mean, I don't know how often you see that. I mean, more these days than in the past, but still, it's like, holy hell, man. But I think I've mentioned, a lot of people just say, just go up to the AM5. And when you start looking at pricing, for what you could get, and you know, I've done a lot of price comparison. The 5950X, it seems like the price is relatively stable, but if you look at past generations of these chips, they've all increased in price by a lot. Yeah. If you're looking on the CS2 forum, you should look at some of the performance. I have a page I think I have saved. But you should look at some of the performance tests where people are posting about, you know, what they're using. I want to draw the road first. And, you know, at first people were saying, oh, you need more GPU for this game. You need more GPU. That was when the game first came out. And that's definitely not the case. But the price value isn't really there to continue on the AM4. Because a lot of those AM5 processors they're priced a lot better. You know, they want them to be more accessible. The issue is that I have to upgrade the whole. Hello there, Ace. I'd have to upgrade the whole deal. So it's like, yeah. If I could just build something without having to worry about it, why not? What I have a buddy that works at Micro Center. I need to get him to hook me up. Yeah, and it's funny that was, you know, people are so sure of what they have to say on the internet, so you always have to just. But yeah, I have read. I appreciate you looking. I have read that the 7800 X 3D would be excellent, but it's also a matter of getting your hands on one. That's not what I want. So we're gonna draw this first and everything's going to go off of it. I don't know, not very long. Probably seconds. I have the latency set to be, you know, pretty quick. Does it seem like there's a delay? I mean, I don't always see it right away, but it's right in my peripheral vision. Like, God dang it, why don't you want to work? -2. Why are you doing that? Really? That's too bad. Yep. It hasn't been choppy again though, has it? Just gonna draw this damn road again. I wish I could somehow recapture that, because I don't want to stop it. But 8 seconds. Good. Yeah, it worked. So now I don't have a... Yeah, it does that. Like, once I have issues, sometimes if this game crashes, I'll reload the game and then the stream is just completely screwed. But I'm on the Intel. I'm on the Intel B580. So, you know, it's kind of a something that you have to fiddle with sometimes. It's not... Sometimes I'm not getting the best that I could if I was using a different... It's not horrible. It's, you know, if they update the drivers, then it's like crap. Sometimes things get screwed up and I have to do the whole DDU thing, and that's only happened once. So it's not horrible, but you know, that is a consideration. The decoder's great, but there's some things that I have to keep in mind. What I want to do is have the other box running the stream. Yes, it is. It's a great card. It is. For what you get for the 12 gigs, it's awesome. The 12 gigs of RAM. I don't really have any regrets getting it. I didn't want to get a 4060. I thought it was the price was a little inflated, which is what, that's the price point I was looking at. I wanted the RAM, and I could have gone with the 3060 for the RAM, but, I wanted to be more current. I've done it with a plugin called Teleport, which is just like NDI. I'm actually using Teleport right now for the music. The machine that I'm talking about it has the music on it, and I'm, sending it to this computer. The video, I had issues with the camera and the microphone getting out of sync. Yeah. And the 4070 has 12 gigs, right? My wife had back surgery, and we have insurance, but it ended up costing quite a bit. So we're still working on that. So some of the things, I needed something, so I went with the budget. And, we live in America, so. There's no help there. A neurologist wasn't cheap. Nice. Well, like I said, I have to save as much as I can. So I have Spotify for my live Twitch stream, and then for my YouTube and other stream, and my VODs, I have ChillHop. So if you watch my VODs, it'll have different music. I'm not gonna be able to get that. Because I didn't want it to be quiet anymore. Because I kept listening to him, and it was, it's nothing horrible, but it was just always so quiet. I wanted to make it a wee bit different. Ugh. There we go. Now, hopefully, so we got a stream, a crash in 2 streams in a row. Sometimes I'll have no crashes for 10 hours worth of gaming. Other times, it's like, here you go, have another one. And I didn't want the stream on YouTube to be silent either. While it's live, so they're so strict. They're like on top of it. I was talking, you would think that with the money they spent developing the whole system to detect copywritten music and going through all the trouble, they could have come up with a deal, or attempted to, with several record labels, but you know, they're not going to be cooperative. They want a piece of every single thing, so this game sometimes though. I think this will be a slow night. Sometimes Wednesdays, for whatever reason, are a little slow. But yeah, if you're just tuning in, we had a crash. Yeah, exactly. That's money they wouldn't be earning. It's just funny to think of the whole legal structure around it is it's just this leech. So and that technology can be used in different ways, so you know, it's not the only place where they would use it or license it. Well, doubtful that they would license it, but I just hope that the decoder isn't all screwed up. Looks fine now. Back on. Oh, that pushes it. So what I need to remember to reboot my computer after every stream, I think. Unfortunately. My decoder spikes when I turn on the vertical canvas. Let's see what I have it set to. It is at 6K. The max for the multi-track is set to 9K. No, it's on auto. I experimented a little bit with turning down the resolution and also turning it down to 5600, and that was when I was playing WoW. I'm really just considering turning off the multi-track completely, because this is the second time it's happened. Yeah. I tried it at first and I tuned it up to, I just had it on auto. Oh, look, we can load in. I had it on auto and that was bad news. I think I'm just going to turn it off. Because I kind of do want to have the vertical. I like that. To get around the multi-track. Resolution 1080p. Yeah, actually, I'm going to save again. 1080p for sure. I don't know what the vertical one is set to right now. But I'm not going to mess with it right now. $4K. Yeah, I definitely have it on CBR. There is a reason I have it set to 6,000. I don't know. I don't remember why. Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna mess with it while I'm live, but I wish I remember what the vertical canvas resolution is set to. Yeah, no, I definitely won't go too far with it. I messed with it a little bit last night and an OBS crashed. Oh, I could turn down the vertical one. It's set to 1080 by 1920. So it doesn't have to be that high. But I can't change it while the other stream is gone. Oh, there it is. And the target usage, the setting that I chose changed. It went back up to slowest. And the profile went to high. So that could be why some of the settings changed. It's too bad. Yeah, this SC Live plugin is all right. I think it's just very beta. So it's just shutting OBS down. Sometimes my settings change. So who knows? I'll just have to remember to go through every setting every time I boot. At least I don't have to go in and change the YouTube stuff before I stream. It does it automatically, so I don't have to. Yeah, no, it is. I don't know why it went up like that. It was like, we're just going to default and screw you over here. Here you go. You want the worst setting you could have, right? Yay, thank you. What's up with you? You trying to get on the highway or something? You trying to get on that highway? We'll give you an asymmetric. Oh, I might just pump you up. Thanks for thanks for looking at that with me. You. I mean, is that even gonna? Six-lane asymmetrical. That actually is what I want. Because then you're going to get this. Oh, okay. I thought you were giving me an F in chat with the salute, but I was like, oh no, what happened? It looks all good from here. Yeah. But I get you. And then we need a lane. A lane for you? Yeah, if anyone's watching, the chat is a little delayed tonight, so I don't respond right away. That's why. But I do like the SC Live plugin. I do like it a lot, actually. I would recommend it. Adding new streams is easy. That's not too bad. They look fine. Really, I'm not using it for any other functionality except for the multi-stream. is going to be a pain in the ass to reconnect. Go down there. Beautiful. No parking. That makes a little more sense there, I think. Oy. Just have to check the Nuggets score real quick. I watched the first half. Man, there's so many scammers on Twitter. Scammers. Wonder why it's doing that. No U-turns. No U-turns. Now we have too many cars getting on the highway. It's kind of a pain in the ass there. We're yielding a lot. So this isn't going to solve anything, I don't think. Since we have this turn here, I think what has to happen is that turn has to be added to this bridge in order to give enough space. Yes. I should give Ace here. Ace is a cool dude. I don't know if everyone knows Ace, but go check out Axe's channel. I met him through his stream. So maybe pull that back. I could have sworn I've given you a shout out before, but seems like you play several games, but what your main one's Warframe. At least that's what you've been really into. Oh, this is gonna be just I have to do lane math here. So what's this playlist tonight? Art Punk Crank Wave. I've heard some of this. Some of these songs I've never even heard of some of these bands. That's kind of cool. What's up, Simulate? How you doing? Thanks for coming in. I was just telling people there's a slight delay on my chat tonight, so sorry. It's good to see you. Redoing a little bit of this highway here. How are you doing? Good. Okay, so the delay's not horrible. Maybe it resolved a little bit. I'm not really happy with how that turned out. It's not very smooth. I could do another little loop, maybe. Hey, what's up, Shock? Thanks for coming in. You've been in all the streams tonight for me. That's cool. That's a little bit more smooth. That looks better to me. Not perfect, but trying to preserve that. I don't think there's any reason to. To be a dick. Oh, you did? Oh, man, I would have checked you out. I didn't realize. I didn't get a notification or anything. Ooh. Ooh. This is so nice. How'd it go? Apparently I need to test my setup too. I was having a bunch of issues. Talking to yourself. Well, that's good. It honestly is. That's what I did for a while. I sit here talk to myself. It's good though. You get a good cadence going, I guess. Okay, so now this makes a little more sense. Yeah. This is a complete sidetrack issue that I'm dealing with here. I just spotted a traffic jam, so I came down here and started fiddling with it. All right. So this has to be popped up too. No, but that is funny, Ace. Just talking with you and then looking at the settings. I think I know what's wrong. The vertical encoder was completely screwed up. But we'll see. Long yields there. Now the decoder's screwed up again. So I guess I didn't. It's all because now I think it's because the game crashed. Please cooperate. Have to tune it again, man. That sucks. Guess I'll just keep an eye on it. Okay. Now I was back to... Oh, fuck. Why is it overloaded? It's not. It's lying.